Oh, God.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Football United TV. I had to get you live on there quickly, and I'm glad that started like that as well.
I didn't realise we were live.
No, I didn't.
Talk have just been going
You said
at
go
each
live,
other.
and I went live.
I know, but I was waiting for the intro. Sorry.
The intro is coming
hi,
now.
Everyone. Don't fuck off.
Let's roll it. Roll it intro, Matt.
Roll it. Go.
Roll the intro. Welcome to United Across the Globe, people. Yes, everybody. Welcome back. Great start, wasn't it?
I had to, sorry.
Raw and uncut.
Every time. Can't be trusted, you. Can't be trusted.
Sorry.
I might keep doing that from now on. Just keep
you take the lad out of Manchester, but you can't take the Manchester out of lad. And that's true. Oh, sorry. That's very true.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
Oh, I'm actually crying. That was funny.
How is everybody doing? Welcome back to Football United TV. United Across the Globe. I'm back again with Amy and Talk. Of course, guys, we know you're all right. We're full of laughter right now. But this talk isn't really going to be full of laughter, unfortunately. It's a very major issue that we wanted to talk about. And I will let Amy start us off. What's the problem?
Oh, so where do we start, lads? Last Sunday, and I'm not going to go into it who was involved. It's not my place to speak about it. I think quite a lot of football Twitter and anyone with a mobile phone who supports United may have seen a few altercations that happened after the match last Saturday. I think emotions were running high anyway after a shit 0-0 draw at Watford that felt like we could still be playing now and we still wouldn't have scored. I mean, I know I walked out the ground pissed but deflated. Christ, I think if you weren't having a drink at that game, there was how you did it, I'll never know. However, what happened and what I saw a couple of minutes of, and I have seen evidence of since, is people who do fan cams being not attacked physically, but the threat of it, however, and a lot of sort of verbal abuse being directed at some people after the game. I have to come on and speak about it. First of all, as a woman with an opinion, especially a football opinion. For those that don't know me very well, I've got 3 little girls who are all under the age of 10, who I am raising to not only be able to speak their voice when they feel like they need to. However, especially, about United, I want them to grow up with the love that I have for the club. Current results may, they may go another way. But to me, as someone who does fan cams, I don't get paid for it. I don't make any money off it. I do this purely for the enjoyment of being able to connect with other fans around the world. That is what it boils down to. What I do not expect, now nothing has happened to me, but what I don't want to happen is that if this behaviour is condoned and nobody calls it out, what happens if I take my 10-year-old to Old Trafford against Spurs and somebody decides to have a go at me? Where do we draw the line here? Is it okay for people to verbally abuse and back people into corners because you don't like their footballing opinion? No, it's not. And it needs to be called out on. And something needs to be said, because to me, it's worrying. It's actually worrying to me. I think, shit, what's going to happen?
Do you know what you know what, Amy, you put it very well. And I spoke to you last night about this as well. And the reasons why I do this channel is not to make clout, not to make loads of money. It's literally just to connect and make friends from it. Football friends, people you can talk to if you go abroad. Like I know I've met people on this now where I can go to and talk. Will back this up. France, Spain, Finland, all over the place, just from
Old Trafford.
Everywhere. I mean, was quiet. They've been a little like we're talking about this right now. Well, of course, you guys, but something with the Man United fan base and like people talking upon bad results, trying to block them and censor them from saying these things, or trying to tell people their thoughts on what they think about the club at the moment, and that's crazy. I mean, that's kind of like a North Korea regime sort of thing, isn't it?
It's very Putin. Let's just put it down to it. I don't like what you're doing. I'm going to overtake, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you should do. If we're not taking it there, we're not taking it all the way down. I don't take a bully in the playground having a go at my kids because they want them to do something. So why on God's green earth are grown adults condoning behaviour like I witnessed? Because it's not on.
What do you think, Talk, mate, as well? Because I know you've said about this a lot with us too, and I thought maybe it's the tribalism in football, the fact that people think that it's more than life to them, which for some people, of course, it is. But if you take it too seriously, where you have to go up and abuse people in the street for just having a different opinion, then where's the line? Where's the line at? Like you said, like where do we draw the line on that?
I just want to say one thing. It's like when we all put ourselves sort of in the firing line on social media when we do what we're doing right now. Like me with my anti-racism logo, I know that there's a lot of people who don't agree with it, because well, there's only one conclusion I can come to if they don't agree with it, and that's the exact opposite of what I stand for. So you know what? Those people can go and get in a boat and float down the river.
Fuck off.
And fuck off. But also, I mean, in terms of going after a female, especially her children, is absolutely totally unacceptable in anybody's mindset. Let's get that straight. It totally is. And people who do that seriously need to take a step back and ask themselves, wait a minute, what am I actually doing here? Are they taking a kind of educated sort of approach to if I've got a problem with you, how do I go about sort of getting a resolution to that problem? And if that's what only thing they can resort to is starting to abuse, ladies and their children and other people and stuff like that, and start to bring in other factors about, maybe, what it's like. Amy, I'm sure you've had it yourself, with the, like, start having a go at all kinds of things about
anything.
Individuals.
People will go for anything, and that's fine. That's not a problem. I'm not bothered by, if you don't like me or you want something on me, that's fine. That's not a problem. To me, it just worries me that, nothing. Right. So I've ended up deleting my Twitter this week. I wasn't happy with what I saw. I put it on. I was getting messages telling me to swing from a tree, go and kill myself, and I just thought, you know what? I'm going to end up at this moment in time saying something, and you know what the internet's like. It doesn't forget. And I thought, I'm not actually rising to your bullshit, actually. So no way. So I just thought, do you know what? I was saying this to you last night when I'm at, like, I'm just backing away from a situation where I will get really, really irate, and you can't reason with stupid.
No.
You cannot reason with stupid. So what is the point in me trying to say to people, this is my opinion, this is why I do it, this is, this is my outlook on it? Because if they don't like what you do, they just don't like you. That's fine. Don't fucking watch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I know.
To me, they're giving it like all about like the money. You're making money off this, you're making money off that. Like, you know, don't get me wrong. I think that some, you know, there are people out there. There are fan cams out there making a shit ton of money off it. That's absolutely fine. But you know, and more power to them, because actually, if fan cams didn't exist, right? People from around the world who have access to the internet after a game, where do they go? To the United website? Do they sign up to MUTV? Do they therefore line the Glazers' pockets even more? So who do you prefer making money? You know, me, not that I'm making any money, but like literally not a penny ever. But what I'm saying is, who do you prefer? You know, Saeed, who's got his season ticket, me that's got mine of 26 years, or are you just going to line the Glazers' pockets? Because that's the alternative. Yeah. What do you want people to do?
Do you know what it is as well? Is you often find that it's. I remember somebody put something up about a certain channel. I'm not going to say what channel it was, but somebody put something up about them doing these vlogs, and I was like, "Yeah, hold on a minute. Explain to me what you mean." I can't remember exactly what they said, but I said explain, and they couldn't explain what they meant. And I said, and then I pointed out to them. I said, "Look, mate, you need to seriously go away and ask yourself, why are you even making such comments if you don't even know what you're talking about? It's just an excuse for you to you know, open your gob and start shouting at someone." But
I love opening my gob and shouting at people. It's my favourite pastime. It's to be fair, it's normally Harry Maguire that I'm opening my gob and screaming at. But everyone's entitled to their opinion. And I absolutely understand that. And if you don't like fan cams, that's fine. But do not back people into a corner on a street or send death threats to people on the internet. Just fucking don't watch. What? Like, why? Like, I don't understand how people have this much time to literally give that much of a shit about it. Grow up.
Do you know what it is, don't you, as well? Is when you, with the fan cams especially, like we've seen the video, not going to mention any names, but we've seen a video. I'm watching it and I'm like, got my hand on my head thinking, what the fuck is this all about? What's going on here? And you know what it is? I sat there and thought about it and I thought, you know what, it's quite simple, really. It's these people, like we said before we came on live. Look, you know, when people get angry, they need somewhere to release that anger. And when it comes to, if there wasn't any fan cams, where are they going to release that anger? You know what? They'll go to the pub, a couple of pints, and between them, because they're mates, they won't have a go at each other. They'll just start blatting out to thin air. That's what you do. I remember years ago.
That's what they should.
I remember years ago, if any of this existed, as you probably remember, as I'm not saying, you know, I know you're only about 18.
22, right? Definitely,
yeah. So, but you'll remember a time when all this wasn't happening, right? And what would you do?
The only people you spoke to was like, you'd be walking back from the game back to your car, and then, or you know, my auntie had a pub in town, so like I would would go back to the Grapes after, and you would speak to people in the pub after, and that was it. Really, it wasn't. You didn't. This didn't exist, you know. And even I mean, I think even like Facebook was in its early infant days, but nobody chatted anything, you know. It didn't exist. You're right. But I'm really happy it does. Like the She Devils. Come on, we're going on holiday in June. You know, like you guys, like, you know, Mary, for example, has literally got a group of, you know, 13, 14 girls who we speak every day. That's an amazing thing, especially as a woman, to be able to have a group of other women to chat about football to all day, every day on a WhatsApp group. Shit, that is the stuff of dreams. So what I do not want is my little girls looking up to me and me stopping stuff like this and then thinking, well, you can't because you might go to Old Trafford on Sunday and someone might kick your head in. Like, no, not on my watch. Fuck off.
No, that's the thing is, because of these people who get angry because of the results, because of the performances and the way the club's run and everything else, we're all angry about that. But what happens next is, like I say, them people who are all friends with each other, when there becomes an actual tangible target, i.e. fan cameras, whoosh, they're there. That's what it is. It's because the fan cameras are a target, aren't they? You know, it's just like,
but why is it not?
you.
Why is it not? Why is it not the Glazers though, Talk, Matt?
Well,
Why?
I know.
Why at the beginning of the season,
Well,
when people were carrying fucking green and yellow flares outside Old Trafford, and all of a sudden it stopped. The only time you've heard Glazers out is when the bloody card machines went down the other week, and now everyone's kicking off at fan cameras, and apparently fan cams are the problem with United. Are you real?
That's a crazy thought. That is
what are you smoking? Because literally, are the Glazers buying your crack? Because I promise you, this isn't what's wrong with United.
No.
Yeah, how can you like go to watch football and not have an opinion or not hear different opinions anyway? Like, so I don't get why people should shut down everybody, because you're not going to have the same opinion as everybody else. Like we have this on this all the time. Like people like think differently about who's better than who, and you're like, bloody hell. Some people go, bloody, how can you? That's just their opinion.
People who think Fred's a good footballer, literally gobsmacked me. But I do not go up to them on the street and kick off.
Exactly, and I don't get why people feel that's all right to do. I mean, you got to accept other people's feelings, no matter what, even if it turns you like a devil inside. Like you really want to go and have a go, but just use it maybe with thoughtful mentation. Do you know what I mean? If you're gonna like go at somebody, debate it and talk about it and understand. I think that's the whole point, is talking about things like we're doing now can hopefully make people understand.
You can't reason with stupid, can you? So
you can try. And then hopefully you can...
Really? You saw the video that I saw. Do any of those people look like they were listening to anything anyone was going to say?
I guarantee, though, if you put them out all over social media and had all their friends and family and everybody see what a wanker they were, I guarantee you that they'd have at least one thought in the back of their mind going, crap, maybe I look like an idiot. That's progress of a kind. And if it's one person out of 100,000 and 999,000 people don't, right, then that one, I'm happy at least one of them changed for it. At least one.
That's just point out what was said. That was what was said there about, I'm not going to say who said it, but one person, when I say it, you'll know who I'm talking about. But one person said, listen, you are not going to change what we do. You're not going to stop what we do. And you can't affect what we do. And that's the top and tail of it, is they say they can do and say what they like, but they ain't, and all they're doing really is they're empowering, you know, the people who do the fan cams at games, the people like us who do the vlogging, because the more I hear about these kind of stories and I see the evidence and I see the videos, I just think, you know what, I'm going to do it all the more, mate. And not only that, I'm going to make sure that it gets better and better, so that when we come to have a conversation about football, and then you can't talk because you don't know what you're fucking talking about, and all you want to say is, "Oh, you're a dickhead because you sit on the camera and talk about United." It's your fault. It's like, what? What planet are you living on, you goon? Go and boil your head. Go home, get your biggest pan out, stick your head in it, and bring it up to boil, because you're just a total fucking tit, right?
Sorry,
tits, absolute
tits. Just tits. A lot of them, just all tits. I mean,
sorry, go on.
No. I was just saying. I was talking to Matt about it last night. So me and two of the girls from She Devs, we're filming for Sky Sports on Sunday. That is going to boil piss everywhere, everywhere. Like, I mean, I've been doing it for years. I've been doing it for years, like on and off. I love the lads at Sky. I absolutely adore them. I think they think I'm all right. Gobby bitch, but you know, who doesn't think that? So, and then he was like, and one of the producers at Sky texted me saying, have you got any girl mates that like football? And I was like, well, here's a little story for you. And you know, got a couple of the girls doing it on Sunday. I can't wait to see those dickhead seals rock up on Sky Sports. I absolutely cannot wait for them to see a group of girls that do a fan cam that they think are tossers rock up on Sky Sports News.
There you go.
Amazing. It literally, I cannot wait to boil piss. Like,
and I think that's what I'm saying. That's progress. Like, if they get to see that, Amy, that's really good. Like, it can't be anything but. I'm really happy that's happening, by the way, as well. Especially after. And, I know.
it wasn't even anything to do with what's happened or anything like that. It literally is just the producer rang me and he went, "Are you going to the derby on Sunday?" I said, "No, mate." I said, "Unless you're getting me a ticket, that'd be really helpful. And then I will be." And he went, "Oh, George, can you do some filming for us anyway?" I was like, "Yeah, just not near there." I said, "So we're going to go into town, just a few of us, and just get a little bit of a fly on the wall thing going on, just us chatting about United, which is it won't be on Sunday. I'll let you all know when it'll be on. We'll have a big premiere. Buy your dresses and your hats."
I've already got my dress. Don't you worry.
I was just going to say, "Oh, do you know I wear a dress?" Has Matt been speaking since? Matt, you said you wouldn't say anything.
Hey, yeah,
my name's Matilda on the weekend. Okay.
Yeah, it's that group chat, isn't it? Like that's what it is. So, but no, yeah. So I mean, I can't wait for that. And do you know, it's not validation. Like you were saying, I and we don't need validation off, Mr. Dickhead on the street in his North Face coat that's put his hood up, but you can see his face. Yeah. Like, is that how stupid you are? Like, we can still see your face, sunshine. Like, I don't need validation off dickheads like that. I don't need validation off anyone. There is 3 little girls who I need validation off, and if they continue to watch Mummy talk about football on the internet and they're proud of me, I will do it till the day I die, and that is the be all and end all of it.
He did look like a poor man's Norman Cook, I must say. He really did. For all you that don't know who Norman Cook is, that's Fatboy Slim. Continue.
It's about empowerment. It's about empowerment as well, isn't it? You got to, you're going to empower your children, to be able to cope with what may come their way if they were to go in this kind of direction at any point.
I mean, they'll probably grow up and they're fucking waving like football. Like, it must be a nightmare. Just like, what do we talk about? What am I meant to talk to you about? Like,
yeah.
What? Who are you? No, Daisy's 10, and she just adores United. Middle one's only 6, and she only cares about YouTube and unicorns, and the little one's only 2. But yeah, but Daisy adores, and we're really blessed. She's walking around in a Juan Mata shirt. Juan Mata sends her videos like, "Hi Daisy, how are you?" We're really blessed in the fact of the access that we have with the club. But that isn't why she loves Old Trafford. She adores rocking down, with the mission up the stairs in that Stretford end tier 2, walking down those steps, getting a little bovril on. Like, it's a rite of passage. I literally was saying to my friend the other day, he went with, I let him have my tickets. He took his little boy. I can't remember what game it was. We were chatting about it, and he was like, "Oh, thanks so much for that." Daisy had appendicitis, so I couldn't go with her. So I'd let him go, and he's just like, "Thanks so much for that." And I said, like, every dad or every parent and every mum should be able to take their child to Old Trafford for that first time and watch those little eyes light up, because it's really shit at times at the minute, and we're playing absolutely bonk. So to watch those little eyes light up and be able to be like, they'll fall in love with United and they're not leaving, then we're just going to brainwash them all. Like, come on. Come on. Oh, I just dropped my whole thing. Sorry.
Getting too excited, Amy. Getting too excited.
I know, I was.
You're thinking back when you first went there, I guess, right?
I can't. Do you know? I can't remember.
But you must have remembered, surely, that you must have felt good though at the time, right?
I think the first game I can really remember, and someone's going to correct me, but it was like New Year's Day against like QPR or something like that. And I just remember like walking, I must have been, I don't know, I've no idea how old I was, because I was going since I've been born. But I think one of the first games I can remember is that. And then I was 11 and I was 12 in the 99 year. My dad worked in Italian football. So we were really lucky that I went pretty much every sort of European away, every home. We just travelled around Europe that year, me and my dad. And obviously I can remember a lot of games before that, but they're the ones that I just, sat in Turin with just mixed fans everywhere. Filippo Inzaghi, 2 goals within 11 minutes. I remember I was crying. I can remember being stood there sobbing. I mean, we all know they like what happened, but I can just remember just seeing Inzaghi on the back of his shirt and just literally stood there like, my dream's
it's
over.
gone. It's gone.
And I was 12. Like, I should have just really taken the moment and just enjoyed it more because, oh, God, I'm depressed now. I need more wine.
I remember the final I was playing. We were losing 1-0, of course, right until the very end. I think about half time, I didn't give up, but I still had it on and I was watching it in the mirror. But I was playing sensible soccer at the time and I smashed Bayern Munich on there. I made sure I was like, I'm going to beat you whether you beat us in real life or not.
That'll make it better.
And then we got the goal and I was like, right, sensible soccer's off, back on it. Amazing. But talking about that, what was your quickly? I think not quickly, but tell us your account, mate, of the 99 final. Where was you? What was you doing? I know you visited the fridge at some point that night.
Yeah, I'm always near the fridge, mate. It's permanently like it's on a set of wheels, and wherever I go, the fridge follows.
I like it.
But yeah, quickly then. Yeah, so 99. With the missus, who I'm still with now, by the way. Met her in 1997. Still with her. And she's don't listen. She's from Leeds.
Oh,
you've ruined the story. Don't tell it.
Right,
don't tell it.
Listen. So there we are. Yeah, bam, bam. Next thing, yeah, matches on. Gets to that time, and I'm like, oh, this is not happening. Surely no. I rang my dad. I'm like, Dad, Mum, what the fuck? What's going on? Blah blah. My dad's like, oh, fucking turn it off. It's fucking blah blah blah. I went, no, don't turn it off. I said, don't turn it off. Anyway, he just hung the phone up. I was like, oh. And then next thing, I was lying on the couch and I'm praying to Sir Matt Busby. I'm praying, I'm saying, please help us, please. Next thing I know, I hear the commentator say, come back, corner to Manchester United. And I was like, oh, God, come on, can we do something in this corner? And everything kind of, as that corner went in, everything just sort of went, just slowed right down. Everything just slowed right down. And I remember watching the ball. I can't remember what the player's name was who kicked it and skewed it. And then it fell to Giggs. And when Giggs hit it, my heart skipped a beat. And when Sheringham, I seen it going towards Sheringham and I was like, that kind of like, no, it's not. Is it? It's not, is it? And then, yeah, it happened. And that was it. I lost my shit because I thought in that moment that we've got extra time.
That's exactly what I thought. At least like we've got extra time. I was there. I can't really remember a lot of it. My face was very warm. I can remember just being really hot. Victoria Beckham was about 4 rows behind me, and she had 4 bodyguards with her.
Wow!
And I can remember my dad just looking at her and just going, "No one gives a shit about you, Vic."
Wow. It's true though.
Just like, but I was like 12, like, oh, it's the Spice Girls. Like,
cool.
Like I was well off. Like I cared. But
I'd have got her autograph. If we'd have lost, I'd have gone, well, at least I can get her autograph. Yeah. Sell that on eBay, which was to come 5 years later.
Yeah. But I got suspended from school for going to Barcelona. They sent they sent a letter out saying like if you take your kids out to go to Barcelona, then you're gonna get the kids suspended. So I think it was the Wednesday. I think we went the Tuesday, got home the Thursday. And I wasn't allowed in school on the Friday. I was like fucking well happy. Like,
long weekend. Nice
like got a week of school.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, the good old days. Anyone else feel like a scouser, like living in the past? Like
that's hurt. I'm not used to it. I must have, well, actually, from supporting them from 89, 90, we weren't dominant then, so I guess you count that. But as a young kid, that they were the best team in the world for me anyway. We'll just read out. Well, they always are. They always are. Apart from the owners, I don't like the whole background.
Yeah. What can they do?
Fuck off.
Who won, you bastards? Right. This is Luca's live. Big up Luca, Anthony Herbert. Big up Matt Talk and Amy. Hope you're well. Hope the stream helps people and to stand up to bullying against others.
Well nice said, one, Anthony. Well said.
Yeah.
Dugout Daily, big up Charlie, big up lads and lasses. He's another Mank, by the way. Good lad.
All right.
But he's not the Mank that you'd like. We will talk about it as well.
Oh, I don't want to talk about Sunday. No.
We're gonna delve a little bit into it. Nice to see Ukrainian player Mykolenko is captain tonight. Yeah, he was captain the other night as well, wasn't he? In the was it the FA Cup? Was it the FA Cup? It must have been.
I've not watched it. It must have been. Yeah, I've not watched any football this week because we're not in it.
Good to see. He was in tears the other night. It must be so difficult to try and concentrate on playing football when all that's going on.
And do you know what? And you're right. Like here we are talking about dickheads. What's happened? Something. Yeah. Go back to probably the beginning of the stream, mate, if you did miss it. A little bit of an altercation, and people deciding that it's time that they're going to get the fan cams out of Old Trafford. Whatever. But yeah, here we are talking about this. When look how much, people have got the energy to go for us and what we do as an enjoyment thing, when what is going on in the world, when you look at players like that crying because they are worried about their friends and family, people need to just put everything into a little bit of perspective right now, because it's absolutely daft.
Just want to make a statement as well, just to throw that in, is it has come out from Russia as well, that if you say anything that's against what they're saying in their press, you get 50 years imprisonment for saying it's other than what they suggest. So that tells you that what we're saying as well, like going over to people and trying to shut them down for what they're saying, it's not a good way to go. And unfortunately, if you do that in football, that could push things further, and you don't want that to happen. Read 1984, George Orwell, if you really want to understand.
Anyone else hoping that Avram and Malcolm Glazer start going against Putin, and hopefully they just get banged up abroad for 50 years.
Yeah, banged up abroad. That was a great. Remember that as a top player, I used to love that.
Yeah, no, me too.
Oh, there was some horrible ones though.
Yeah, but you sit there when you watch and you think, "Were you so fucking stupid, mate? You really believe that?"
Some of them.
The guy comes up, excuse me, but I've got a bad back, but can you carry these 2 bags on for me? And then when you get off at the other end, you meet a bloke called Brian.
Yeah, that's his real name. Yeah, you'll be fine. I'll give you a tenner.
Of course I'll do that. Yeah,
give you a tenner. You'll be fine.
Crazy,
mate. When I lived in California, and it was very
all right,
bright.
Hollywood.
I know.
Southern, all right, Southern California,
Malibu.
But look, close to the Mexican border, right?
We're getting more knowing what you were doing there now, Matt. Okay.
Yes.
Well, no. But look, this is just the whole point, right? I'm a smoker out in California. That was always been illegal for a long time. But the Tijuana situation, where they literally would make you smuggle stuff, and if you didn't, and they pushed you back, they'd kill you, or they'd use dogs, pets, animals, stuff it inside people's pets and even human bodies. Like this was I've
watched Queen of the South. I know how it happened.
Yeah, it's crazy. The crazy world that we live in. If you want to get something over borders, unfortunately. What happened? Yes, Anthony Herbert. Yeah, every time I come on Football United TV, Matt always bullies me, the bastard.
Don't you worry, I'll get him. Look, I'll punch him for you. I'll back him in a corner. I'll have him.
I only call him a Tractor Boy because he's from Bristol. Who are? There you go.
I can't do that. I can't do accents.
You can't do that. You can't do that accent, that Bristol accent. Like that. Like that.
No. I'm not even going to try, because someone will clip it and it'll live on the internet forever. That's not happening.
13 likes. Press the like button, people. Yes, please do if you can.
Yes, do.
We are moving on then to quickly finish off with the Manchester derby that's happening on Sunday. Amy, look, I know
we're getting done.
You're exhaling there.
I was on Saeed's channel the other day, and talking about March is a really tough month anyway, like really bad. We've got City away, Spurs at home, Atletico obviously not including that, but now and then Liverpool away. It's 9 points. To me, I'm really hopeful. Sort of, we'll get 4. I hate to say this, it pains me. We're going to get dick this weekend. We are. It's happening. We're not going to beat him. I think we'll draw at home to Spurs, and then I think we will win at Anfield, which I'd prefer. I honestly prefer beating the Scousers than I do City. I'm still of the mindset of they don't really matter. I know they do. I know blah blah blah. The champions, whatever. But I still hate the Scousers more than I hate City fans.
Yeah.
I agree.
In me.
100%.
I agree, Talk. I mean, Amy, I agree, and I think Talk, you might agree that you'd rather, I think, like you said, win at Anfield and let City beat you and win the title this season. I don't want Liverpool getting to 20 this season, 20 league titles. I do not want that. Do not want that. That's a scary thought. Okay?
I like that. I like that. We'll be, 20 times. I like that. I like having that.
We won't have that anymore.
Don't take it from me. Don't take everything.
I mean, from my point of view, like not you saying it about the points. There's 9 points there that you openly get 4. But from my point of view, I'm just looking back at some of the games we've played and how we've approached them. I remember doing watch-alongs with Mr. B, and we've been like, me and Mr. B are like, what are we doing? I mean, we're sitting back, we're defending, blah, blah, blah. Then I'll have an argument with Monday about, Monday always likes to talk about, keep it compact, keep them out, control the game, win 1-0. So really, in effect, I'm kind of hoping here that Ralph, obviously, because he's such a genius, he's looking at this game and it's quite clear Manchester City are the better footballing team. We know that. So, from my point of view, I think, and I'm quite confident, if I'm honest, that we can actually be well organised enough in our defensive duties to keep them out, keep them quiet. But again, just like Ollie did, when they're not expecting it, bang. Before they know it, they're 1-0 down.
We haven't got it in our locker though, mate, because everyone's asleep still. They're all still having a little nap.
But this the thing for me, Amy, is it's the Manchester derby. These are the ones where the boys are gonna. They know what this is all about. They know when it comes to Liverpool and Manchester City, especially recent times, Manchester City. Do you know that it's about, you've got to get yourself up and ready and like, I say angry. You've got to get yourself angry inside.
It's like an FA Cup third round draw, isn't it? Every year, it's like an FA Cup third round. You don't know what's going to happen.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. It's a derby. We know that, like you just said, anything can happen. But for me, I just think, given Manchester City's recent performances, where they've been very lucky, though Everton, I mean, what was all that about? But I'm pretty confident that we're going to take these points. So I really am. And
I like the positivity, mate. I like it. Okay, I'll go with you. Scott McTominay 1-0.
All right. Yeah, well, I wasn't going to say Scott McTominay to score, but
only because, look at him again. Leeds.
Is that for an own goal?
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? With this big Scottish head just going in, Scottish McTominay.
Do you know who I see scoring the goal? Marcus Rashford again. I see Marcus Rashford starting, and I see Marcus Rashford absolutely ripping right through.
If he can stay on side, you mean?
Well, yeah. But he's face to face with Ederson, and Ederson's going to flap and panic. He's going to go, "Oh, not you again!" And in that moment, Marcus Rashford's just going to go, "Bang!" There you go, quick.
I really hope you're right.
Bam! Yes, happening.
What you say, Matt?
I think it's going to be a win for us.
God, I'm so negative.
No, you're not. You're just being realistic. I think we've got our. I don't know. I'm thinking about me sniffing glue, but you know what?
Yeah.
They give us.
No, are you on that glacier crack as well?
We always seem to do good against we always seem to do good away against the bigger teams. Like you look at Atletico Madrid as well. It wasn't a bad result getting a 1-1 at Madrid. I don't think, and we were
lucky.
We were lucky, yeah. But I mean, we do better away. I do see that recently for the last few years. Like for some reason, I always feel more confident when we play teams away than we are at Man United. Like you've seen it. Like we've been dumped out by Middlesbrough. They did dump out Tottenham though recently, right? So
yeah, but Tottenham. I mean, come on. But like for me, it's also about this game. It's about which defensive pairing is he going to go for. You know what I mean?
I do indeed. Are you right there? You've gone a bit dark.
Yeah, no, I have. I just sorry, I just got just a text off my nursery for the little one. The manager of my little one's nursery just asked me if she could do a lateral flow test. I was like, yeah, that's fine.
Cool. So I didn't know if you.
No, I was literally just like, oh, sorry, because I'm on my phone. So yeah, that was it. Sorry, everyone. She'll be negative. It's fine.
I don't even know if anyone's really thinking about that at the moment, are they?
I thought it wasn't a thing anymore. So.
Just suddenly stopped, isn't it? But yeah, you think it's a loss for us, right, Amy?
I hate to say it, but yeah. And out of the 3 of those games, I prefer to lose on Sunday because I think it's already a given. And then home to Spurs, I don't ever want to lose at Old Trafford. And I don't want to lose at Anfield. So if I'm going to have to pick one, because I don't think we're getting 9 points from them, do you know what? I really hope I'm wrong because I hate being negative. But if we're going to lose one of them, that's the one I'm picking.
Yeah, I agree with that. So
I think 3 points on Sunday, point against Liverpool, 3 points against Spurs.
7 out of 9.
7. Yeah, we're taking 7 out of 9, definitely all day.
Cheers to that.
And you know what? Arsenal, no, they ain't got that. Listen, they've got points in the bush. You know, that old saying, 2 birds in the bush and all that, whatever it is.
Yeah. 2 in the bush is worth 3 in the pie or something. I don't know.
In your hand, 2 in the bush. Something about 2 in the bush, 1 in your hand. And I'm like, wait a minute, I've never had 1 in the hand.
Yeah.
So it makes no sense to me.
This is getting a very inappropriate something in the bush and 1 in the hand. I don't know what's going on there. This is not a YouTube I signed up for.
But that's where I'm going. So I'm going to go 7 points out of the 9. Yeah, and Pep's again he's going to be rubbing his hand on his bald head, thinking, "What the?
I'm really glad you said bald head. I'm really glad you said bald head. I really thought you were going to say something else.
What?
I thought you were just going to say Pep's going to be rubbing his hand on his balls. I
got something else. I got something else there when you said that.
Because there was talk of hands in bushes and hands on you, something in your hand, and then. Right, I'm just gonna stop now. I'm just gonna mute myself.
Yeah, I did think you was gonna say he's putting his hands on his bald cock, but that's what I thought. Yeah,
say that.
Rubbing his hands on his bald cock.
Mute yourself, Matthew. Mute yourself.
Yeah, you get yourself a bar of Shield.
Cock is not a swear word. There is a player in the Premier League probably called Cock.
Actually, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Koch.
Oh.
We decided to say Koch because we didn't want to keep saying Koch.
Anyway. Subject to interpretation.
God, I can't.
Anything from it.
And there was me not wanting to do a Bristol accent in case somebody clicked it and it lived on the internet forever. And now I'm just going bald. At one point, someone's rubbing a cock. Great. Nice one.
Do you know what? That can be clipped up to make it look like something that it ain't.
We know. No. Don't you give the internet ideas, Talk.
Let's hope the Kremlin are not watching because that might happen.
Banged up abroad. There'll be more than happening to the anyway. Yeah.
Banged up at home. Atletico Madrid. Okay, let's talk a little bit about this then because we'll be on for after the game, I believe, next time. What do you think of the result on this one? Do you think we're going to go through to the quarterfinals? Do you think it's possible, or do you think there's vengeance? You see what what they did to Liverpool that last time when Liverpool thought they were comfortable through. Madrid went back there to Anfield just before the old coronavirus and knocked them out. Can that happen to us? Have we got to be weary of that sort of tactical play from Simeone? You know, the dirty, rugged, sticking in challenges here, there, left, right. What do you think, Amy?
No, I think we'll have him. I think we're at home. I think this is our only. Well, I know it's our only opportunity of any silverware or any chance of glory at all from miles away. So I'd like to think that we've got a little something in our locker to do that. You know, at the end of the day, I know away goals they don't exist anymore, but in my head they still do. You know, we got one, but we've got to do it. I think, and that mentality has to filter through to the players. And if it doesn't, then it's even more of a shit show than I thought it was. Because what I don't want is, because we've got City this weekend, then we've got Spurs at home, and then is it the Wednesday night or Tuesday night? I can't remember.
I think it might be Tuesday because it was Wednesday
Tuesday night.
And I think they switch it around, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, we always get the raw end of the deal as well. I'm sure there's a conspiracy going on as well. Like, you know, we play Sunday at 4 and Tuesday at 7. You know, just because that's the way the look of the draw. But yeah, what I'm worried about is that we don't have the depth of squad at the moment at all. We do, but nobody's good enough across the board. That they're just going to get knackered, and they're just going to again look like a team of individuals, and it's just going to be an absolute shit show. Because in my head at times, I think what we do is we go, right, we're going to go absolute gung-ho against Spurs, and then no fucker turns up against Madrid. That's my worry, in the fact of we haven't got a lot in our locker at times. You can't just pull people out of thin air and get a worldie on the go. So I think we can do it if the mentality is right. But you know, now we've got a sports psychologist in. Who knows? Fingers crossed. Lay on the couch, see what happens. Let someone rub your balls. I don't know.
I've had that song in my head.
And Cristiano, if you need anyone.
You can sit down on your couch there, lovely little couch with the brick background. Perfect for meditation.
Right, I need to mute myself before I say something highly inappropriate.
So
say nothing. No, yeah. I mean, look, the thing for me up in here is obviously we got to take this. The Champions League now is the biggest prize that we can. And it is the biggest prize in club football. So from that point of view, that's a big plus for the team, for the players in their mentality. So and they know them, understand themselves, so does Randy, that if we, as we know, when you're in cup competitions, where does that form come from? It comes from the league. You take your league form into those cup comps. So there's an opportunity here for them to do, you know, like kill two birds with one stone. They get themselves up now for these 2 games in the league, do well in those 2 games and carry that form and that confidence into that game, knowing where it will lead us. You know, that's a big incentive there for me. And again, what you just said there, Amy, is very relevant about the sports psychologist. This is where he needs to earn his corn. You know, he needs to get them focused in the right way around exactly what I've just been talking about, because no doubt he will be. You know, he's got to use his skills here to keep them in that mindset of, look, you know, this is your job. This is what you do. This is what you love. You're doing this. Not, okay, the money is a side effect of it. It's, you know, that's just a side effect of sport. But a passion and the love of being a winner is there. It's always there for players. You know, whether we believe they show it at times or not, it is always there. You know, as a player, you always want to win.
Well, you'd like to think so.
Of course. So
I don't believe it though, Talk.
Well, I know it's a strange thing to think, isn't it? Really, when you think about that, when you think, wait a minute, do they actually?
You can't. It's not even like. I look at some of our. Keep doing this. Sorry, it's just not good with technology. I just want to wear. I just want to work. I'll tell you that. I'm literally like. I'm like the moron that's like, right. Just like I'm like a caveman. I don't understand anything to do with technology. So, to me. I sometimes wonder if you pose the question, would you be a footballer if you didn't earn $100,000 a week? Because I don't think that some of them do it for a love of the sport. They do it for the money.
Of course. I mean, yeah, there is a certain percentage, because I know there's a lot of footballers, you know, don't even watch football. You know, when you think,
who are these people? What do you talk to them about? What do they do?
I don't know. You know, they've got other things going on, business interests. You know, obviously the relationships at home with their families.
We've all got that.
Blah, blah, blah. I know, yeah, but you know, it's a different world, isn't it? That's a totally different sphere. You know what I mean? It's a different sphere, isn't it? You know, when you're talking about the kind of lifestyles and luxuries that come along with being, especially now, modern day footballer in the top end, it's quite ridiculous. But yeah, you're right.
I just wonder if they went, right, actually, you earn $25,000 a year as a footballer, how many of them would actually turn up week in, week out and actually do it? Because I looking at our squad, there's a few that I think definitely do love football, but to me, and it's not just our squad. it's across the board, but that's a conversation for another time. But I just think, to me, would half of them do it if it wasn't for the? I was going to say glory, but what fucking glory?
Well, look, you think maybe that's because the club, of course, pays them 25 grand, but the amount of money they make outside the club is redonkulous. Like to put that word in there. Big up to it just came to me like that. But yeah, I think that's what it is. I mean, you look at Ronaldo, Messi, Mbappe, and that. The sponsorship deals they got outside is ridiculous. It goes well over what they even get for their clubs. Like they don't tell you about that. And I think that even if they were on like 300 quid a week, if they are still in the public eye for millions or potentially billions of people, they're still going to get these deals with sponsorships and doing this and doing that. And I think that's always going to be within the game. Basically, I don't think you're ever going to eradicate.
No, and I don't think they should either, mate.
No, yeah,
I really don't think they should, because a lot of people go, it's a worldwide sport. I'm not saying that. I think a lot of people decide that they want to be a footballer for the money, not for the love of the sport.
Well, King Saeed's big up King Saeed as well.
Big up Saeed.
I think some of them have fallen out of love from football. Some players don't enjoy the pressure, criticism, and the celebrity status, which is very true.
Yeah, absolutely.
Scholes, for instance, when did you ever see him in the media about anything, or he kept quiet? Even Roy Keane. Well, actually, no, Roy Keane. Take that back. He was
taken back.
Yeah, he was in the press.
I went to school with his daughter, and he would never ever be nice to us on we'd be like, he'd do the tombola, and we'd be like, "Way, Kino," and he'd just be like, "Fuck off, kids." Like, well grown.
Brilliant. What do you think the score's going to be then? Round it off there, Amy.
2-1.
2-1.
2-0. Dave saved last minute. 2-0.
Going through to the quarterfinals. Talk, you the same? Are you on that level?
Yeah, I'm going to say 2-0 as well. I just think we're going to have too much because we're not going to. What we don't want to do is allow them to come to us and dictate how they want do what they want to do. We've got to make sure we disrupt what their plan is. So we've got to be ready to go straight off the bat. Wallop, you're having it. Don't care if you're threatening us in behind. You're having it, son.
You're having it.
All over you, yeah. You're having it. Fuck off. Yeah.
Get it.
Matt, how much did you say it was every time we said F off? The 5 on each?
What? Didn't say that. It's not in my contract. For all my money for fan cams. What are you on about?
Oh yeah. Do you know?
Let me just hang on. Wait. Let me just open my folder of money from.
Yeah. Ooh. They £50 notes. Them new orange £50 notes.
No, they're release forms for the BBC.
Oh yeah. Oh well.
I said it was a gold bar and 2 camels every time you swear for me, because I do love camels. I love camels. One of my favourite camels.
Cool.
I love
bitters.
People say riding a horse is cool, but riding a camel is amazing. And the water they can carry, if you're stuck anywhere in the world, they'll go for days. A horse won't go for days. It needs horse after a day. Stick with a camel, people.
They always look a bit like annoyed, don't they? Oh no, they just got the hump. Oh, the mum jokes are out. Here she is.
I walked into that royally.
Put your mum to bed.
Here she is. No, they're at home. It's fine. They'll be fine. They're with the dad. They're with the dad. Telling the dad jokes. It's fine.
Actually, though, there's 2 different types, isn't there? There's a what are they called, Matt? Do you know the names of the different types of camels?
Alice. And
Alice and Roger. No. One's got one of them's got 2 humps. And they got different names, different.
They have. I don't know. I know.
The reasoning for the 2 and the 1. I can't.
I tell you what, Connie's going to the Chester Zoo on Wednesday with school. I tell you what, nice. I'm gonna let Connie find out. I'm filming actually, aren't I, next week? So I'm not on. I'll get in the comments on Thursday night whilst I'm at work.
Just let us know.
And I'll let you know the difference of the camels. Don't Google it before. Don't ruin Connie's little. That's my middle. Give her.
I'm gonna push that out then, people in the comments. What's the reasoning for camel having one hump and a camel having two humps? Is it
one's called Alice and one's called Roger, and they're the only camels in the world. That's it. I'm sure someone tried to sell me for a camel on a channel once.
What?
I don't know.
What, you're owned by somebody?
No, like Mary. I feel like Mary tried to sell me for a camel once on She Devils.
I swap you for a camel.
I don't know.
I
He's clearly drunk. I'll text the girls in a minute and I'll find out. I'm sure someone tried to like swap me for a camel, or they sold me for some camels, or I don't know. Something happened with camels once. I'm going to mute myself again. Right?
I think we should do a vlog about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amy's got the hump.
Yeah. Camelgate.
Camelgate. Oh, God. Not again. It's my age.
Hey, Matt and panel.
Oh, yeah.
And if I was a player, I'd play for the love of the sport and money. I'd take 100,000 a week. Can't be too greedy. Bacteria.
Oh, who was? That's not a word.
No, he's just made that up. He's made that up, hasn't he?
You can't.
I'm not believing that, and I'm not even going to look because I'm going to wait for next week.
I'm going to plug you in. No.
Yeah, get plugged in.
No, bacteria. What you're on about? So I'm going to shoot, guys, because we're nearly up anyway, aren't we? But
we are finishing. Amy, do you want to shout out where everybody can find you?
No one can follow me because I forgot to reactivate my Twitter. I'll be back on. I hate it when you get this close to me. Don't do that to me. Stop it.
That warning.
I like being this far away from people. Right, you can find me not on the internet because I don't like the internet and I don't like people. I'm on Twitter as at UnitedAmyDoc, but at the moment I am not on there. I'll be back on, I don't know, probably Sunday when I'm filming for Sky Sports because I just want to piss people off. You'll find me on Sunday under that. But
Brilliant.
Make sure but also whilst you're at it, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and follow the lads because they're a really, really, really good set of lads. And just quickly want to thank you both because I'm not made to feel like I'm just a girl who doesn't know anything on the channel. Like you have been made to feel at times on when you do little guest spots. So I love you guys both. You're absolutely amazing. So I really do appreciate the friendship and the love, to be honest, and the support from this week as well. It's been top, and it's a privilege to be part of it, lads.
Wow.
Unless you get that close to me again on that screen, and I'll fucking chop your balls off.
Yes. That's it, Matt.
Swat the fly. And honestly, Amy, thank you so much for joining. And like I say, it's always co-host with us if you can. Like make this show.
Yeah. Just every other week. Very, very busy, very important.
No, of course. We got it. Oh, what about you, bro? Thank you so much for coming back on once again, my fellow DJ. Where can we find you?
Oh, mate, usual place. But yeah, thanks for inviting me on again, especially with Amy, because I love coming on talking to Amy. It's brilliant.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia.
Yeah, Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia.
Great song by ABBA, but also the way you used to call our mums. Oh.
Also, like your mum, Mamma Mia. She's not even looking at me. I'm at my mum's and she's not even looking. Look at her. She's not even looking. She's like, that fuck's sake again. She's back.
Yeah, what pretending I can't hear you. I'm pretending to go deaf now. It's like, I know you're going to ask for money. Like, no, I'm not.
Here's a quid.
Mum, no, go away.
No, Mum, I'm here. Here's a quid.
Yeah.
You'll find me, you know where to find me on Twitter. I talk MU. But like Amy says, make sure you subscribe to Football United TV. Great content, great subjects, great topics. Not afraid to talk about, the difficult subjects that, you don't find on other channels. And, standing up to, just dickheads, really.
Yeah. I was like racist, bullies, sexist.
Yeah.
Until it's just like dickheads.
Yeah, well, that's it. They're all looking I mean, right, yeah. I mean, you kind of roll them up into one, but there are kind of still there's avenues in there. You know what I mean? Anthony, fuck off.
Yeah,
Marley is going to absolutely kill me for the swearing tonight, but I'm going to take the hit for you lot. Okay.
Oh, do you know who Marley is? Does she know who Marley is?
No.
Do you know who Marley is?
Oh, his Brazilian friend who hosts his own shows on here as well. I've got 24 seconds to end this stream, though. We've got to get out.
Go. Right.
See you later, everybody.
See you later. Bye, everyone.
Nice one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.